Beast times,
Yeah.
beast times. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna go off of this because I've been talking to I tell Rosie this all the time. I kind of wish I was back in the day. I was in back in the day because I've seen these documentaries with like Rennie Harris. I hear Rennie Harris talk. Thank you, Mr. Stuff. Those are insane. I've seen all these of Flowmaster. Flowmaster is
Ooh, yeah.
another one, dude. And the way they talk, it's Flowmaster talked about how like he would just save up during the week, take a subway to I think he said like New York or some shit, and just battle whoever the fuck he sees. And I'm like, dude, that's what's up right there. And like Rennie would talk about how after every single performance, take note, this is a performance in like a big venue, right? There's an official performance, tickets, everything. It's way like out of the battle scene. And then people will be there at the show, like, man, y'all might be doing that stuff on stage, but y'all can't get down. And then like they would battle and stuff. And then I'm like, dude, like that's crazy. Like that's where it's at right there. Like if somebody says you suck, you show them why you don't suck, and then whoever loses.
Yeah.
But like, and the thing was just like it was a battle because it's you showing you're better than this person.
Mm-hmm.
But like nowadays, it's cool. It's cool showing respect. You guys bet. Like I see some disrespectful shit, and then at the end of the day, it's just like, hey, good stuff, man, good stuff. But it's like, nah, son, tell him his mama ain't shit.
You want like kind of? I remember like I mean like the. You mean you talking about like the kind of shit?
Oh, that like that kind of stuff.
Well,
Like out, like name the day, and
no,
then that.
that was more like I think glorified and really nice because they had a venue. I
They
remember
did.
like when
Tell him, Emeroy.
when I
Tell
was
him, tell him some
don't tell me
history.
I'm not like compared to the OGs so to speak and the pioneers and let's say the old heads respectfully. Like I feel like the advantage of the youth is that they have access to YouTube and they can see all this other stuff and learn that way. I remember learning from Crumbs like he about fuck this one crew because I don't know if you heard the crew Style Elements. Style Elements one of my favorite to this day. B-boy crew, creative as fuck. Check out B-boy Remind and Crumbs. Oh, legends! Like, their styles are unique, and if I'm pretty sure you might recognize Crumbs. Like if you watched You Got Served, have you seen that? You Got Served. Ooh, that's a dance
Dude,
floor song.
like I said, man, I didn't really venture into dance as I was a kid, so no step up
Okay,
movies,
so
none of that stuff.
okay, so yeah, those guys, they what they would used to do is that they would have to search for these hidden mixtapes of like other crews. Like they battled a housing crew called Housing Authority, but they didn't know about them until until they discovered this one VHS tape somehow. Whereas now it's like you can just look up any crew and like kind of learn and study their moves and be ready to respond. And when I was younger, there's a rival crew from my crew. I was in Glendale, they were in Eagle Rock. I think the other crew was clearly better, but we just had a chip on our shoulder. Like, yeah, we're b boys. Yeah, we won't battle and all that shit.
A young
and then,
Emeroy.
and then yeah, and I think we God, I think my crew leader was kind of like no, I don't remember how the beef started to be honest. I think it's probably because I think it was because my crew leader was talking shit, or they were talking shit to each other, or someone on the other side was talking shit, like saying we were whack. Somehow it always goes like "you're whack, son," but whatever. And then we battled. We met up at a park and we battled there.
Yeah, so
So
see,
like with a fucking
that's what's up.
boombox, no crowd. We filmed it, kind of like how skaters would film their skate shit, but like, yeah, this was like raw. No one was watching, no crowd. Another one was J. Chris and another friend.
Oh yeah, you
Story.
tell me those J Chris. I love the J Chris ones because it's like hey, you want to battle?
Yeah, they J. Chris and JP and another guy, another dancer named Troy. They called us like
Damn.
to. His name's Troy Austria. They hit me up. They hit Mark up I think around 2 a.m. I know it was late, and they just hit up like, "Hey, you guys want to battle? Like OC versus Glendale." So we're like, "Fuck it."
Straight
So
to it, man. Straight
yeah,
to it.
so like, and it was lit, super late. We had a boombox. Some security dude was just watching us, and we were at this park called Chess Park. Then that's where I think the crump scene at that time. I think this was 2006, seven, or eight. That's where I think the crump scene was big at. But I remember like there would be late night Friday night sessions at Chess Park, and that's where the Crumpers would be at. But I'd never been. These are just stories I heard. But yeah, at Chess Park, that's where we battled. It was like a mixture of all different styles. I was breaking and locking, and Jay Chris was just straight up freestyling. And this was like my first time, like ever battling Jay Chris, because he already, I think at that time, I mean, I think he had a pretty well developed reputation, and so I was intimidated when I first battled him, and I was like, fuck. And because like I let that get to my head where I got intimidated, but that was a fun night. Like, yeah, just randomly battling, just calling us. It was fun. Like I remember another. Sorry, I'm just going. Sorry, I'm going into stories now. It's
No,
not
you're
even
good,
about
dog.
Diego anymore. But
I don't
like
care. I don't
another.
care.
For those of you guys who know Jet Li, the
Ooh,
popper,
a Jet Li story.
and I don't know if you guys have heard of Mr. Fantastic. So he
I
auditioned.
missed me
Is
down.
it, so he auditioned for So You Thinking Dance back in the day. Look him up. I'm pretty sure you'll find him. He's like super flexible and all that. Yeah, they used to be in a crew called Tang Clang, and I forgot. I don't know why the reason was that, but Jet Li had a different name back then. I think it was Just Bust, or I think it was still Jet, but I'm not. And Mr. Fantastic was called Toxic. The stories I loved hearing about them was that there was a very similar story to Flowmaster. They would go to different school dances, take the bus, go to different school dances to battle the best dancers in their school.
I'm hoping you mean like as kids.
As kids, yeah.
Oh,
They're all high schoolers. These fucking adults, like, hey kid.
what's up? I
Yeah,
really thought
no,
he was
but
good.
yeah, but they, yeah, as high schoolers, like it was them. There's a whole bunch of other people in their crew. Ness, Z soldiers, like these are the people. They're AKs.
Nas, I know Nas.
Yeah, so like they would all battle, go to high schools and then battle. Ness is now known for the perverted Deadpool. So that goes
The
at the
perverted
con.
Deadpool.
Yeah, so it's one of he got viral because he cosplays. He got viral because he was like the perverted Deadpool. It was all like kind of
Ness from Mighty Zulu Kings?
No, that's a different Ness. No,
Oh,
are you talking about Alien Ness?
oh, yeah, yeah. Who
Yeah.
you talking about?
So Ness is a b boy from Iraq. So there's Alien
Okay.
Ness, which is like one of the Bronx boys that like that wrote the battle blueprint or something like that. But
Okay, that sounds a little more like okay.
no,
I was
no,
about to
like
say, what?
I
This
was
guy?
super inspired with Foundation with him. But yeah, my first ever official, it's not even official, like kind of community battle was at the Salvation Army, huge like nice little venue. It was a crump event. I didn't, but that back then it was like my first. I didn't know like the distinct styles. Like at that time, Jet Li was doing crump and he was popping and he was locking. He was part of Culture Shock back then. Then
Oh,
yeah, Jet Li was the popping captain in Culture Shock. So
oh, I didn't know that. Look at
yeah,
that. Some history
so
on this
mhm.
podcast.
Yeah, so my first battle was like it was they lined us up like four guys here, four guys here. You
Oh,
throw down your round, then you pick
you
your
choose who
opponent.
dies.
And then I was like, and Jet already had a reputation. People knew who he was. I was a nobody because like my first probably was my second battle, and I knew who Jet was, and I was like him. And I was so starstruck. And then the thing that sucks, no one, I don't think anyone would ever do this at a battle today, but the MC, the crowd, and the people around me were like, it's over! I'm like, what the fuck is happening? And Jet clowned on me so hard. I'm like, this is like traumatizing. I need to work on my skills.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
that was like the only event I've ever been where everyone was against. But that was like
Oh my god. This is your first event too,
yeah,
huh?
this is like 2004. Yeah, people would have like battles in their garages. Like people would drive from Carson in the valley, like and Mito. I remember this. It was a supposed kickback, but it was actually a fucking intense crump battle between
Oof.
people from all different cities in this fucking garage. Disgusting, humid, but fucking raw. And I was like, yeah, I'm gonna battle
Raw.
too. But I'm like, but then again, I'm in the wrong scene because it's like I'm trying to pop because my first style was popping, but I was like not good at it. So and then these other crump dancers or crumpers were just fucking wailing on me and my friends who like I me and my like two other founders from Fanbiz like me and another founder froze up after our round. Another founder, Mark from Fanbiz, had to fucking carry us for like they kept going. Mark kept going. I was like, I don't know what to fucking do. I choked, and I think they called it out too. Like they're choking. It's like this is hot. These crowds are hostile, dude. They fucking like
Dude,
it was.
dude, I'd rather get told I sucked
Like
than be
yeah,
told I
it
was
was
good, and
like
I did terrible.
like it got so rowdy to the point helicopters and cops had to come into like
Oh snap! That's
yeah.
what's up right there.
So it was
That's what's up
because it
right
wasn't a
there.
house party or anything, and like as far as I know, it was just like the only thing I remember was fucking battles every like rounds and rounds and rounds. This wasn't official. It was just like fucking a whole community set it up. Here's a place, battles. So yeah,
That's the shit I'm talking about, man. That shit's dope right
like
there.
yeah, I
You
feel like
suck. If you suck, you suck. I feel like if you suck, you should be told you suck.
yeah, a lot of people
I
are like it's very a lot of battles are feel very official nowadays, and I feel like and very user friendly.
And let me tell you how you know you guys suck. If you guys go to a dance competition and the judges put down you have potential, oh,
I think the I don't know how it is now, but when we were when they would do judging, and one of the reasons I think Fanbase stopped doing style sections is because the judges who
just
knew
fucking
the
thrash you.
style, they was like, because they're it's like it's dancers trying to lock, not lockers. So and there's like and not everyone's gonna have the groove down, not everyone's gonna have the technique down, which is why I think it makes sense why a lot of crews probably don't do styles anymore because they get judged pretty hard on it. Like for me, one of my friends, I shared this in a previous podcast, we'd be like 80, 90, 91, 60 because we did the technique on the locking was shit.
You know, I remember you told us this when we were doing our All Styles performance for Maxed Out. And I don't know if I told you this, but do you remember who were the judges for Maxed Out? The last two judges that were announced
Mm-mm.
totally last minute. It was Carrie and Paulette, the ones that run Carnival, right?
Wow. Okay, they're gonna be pretty
Oh,
strict.
dude, Carrie didn't even write any notes. He just put down numbers. Carrie didn't give a shit. Paulette, I believe. I mean, I have them here somewhere. But I remember when I saw like they were because I don't know something happened with the judges, but they posted those two, and I remember I saw the other judges. And I'm like, all right, I feel like we got a pretty good chance. Nothing too crazy. And then they posted Carrie and Paulette, and I'm like, all right, guys, we gotta get locking. We gotta practice our locking. We gotta practice our locking.
Holy shit. Yeah, whenever I see like a street judge who knows the street styles well, I feel like a lot of judges know the street styles well, but like the ones that are like have lived it, who know the foundations and like actually do the dance, they're so strict and like straight up front. I'm like, it's true, like there's
Yeah, it's true.
yeah
I mean, if if you know it, like don't sugarcoat it.
yeah,
Yeah.
so shit, Gary and
Dude, I
Paulette.
was
Yeah,
Carrie and Paulette. And
I
then,
feel like they would judge hard.
dude, I remember when we did the cruise with Liz and Carrie and Paulette taught a locking class before Liz's class on the cruise, and he was talking about how like he got taught. I forgot who it was, but I think his teacher was taught by like Don Campbell
Oh, nice.
and all this stuff about how locking, like, yo, y'all, I'm gonna teach y'all locking and all this stuff. So then I remember everything he said. I'm like, oh no, he's gonna judge us. Oh, he's gonna whoop our ass with this locking piece. He's gonna give it to us good.
Oh man, yeah. I mean, definitely one thing I experienced when I was learning locking with culture shock. The one was heavy in knowing your history, but two was like they drilled the shit out of us, like across the floors, knees, across the
Fuck those
floors.
knees, bro.
The,
Those I need to see video of you guys doing those knees because man, that is unbelievable. You guys did those knees.
like we I forgot the official name of the move, but we had to. We're part of the requirement was to get your own knee pads.
That one makes sense.
So
That
like we
one
had
makes
so
sense.
and then we had to all. But every crew. This was at the time culture shock back in 2008, 2009 was separate crews. This is just for you guys listening. So there was a breaking crew, locking crew, popping crew, and choreography crew. Or back then it was called commercial choreography. Before it was called urban dance. But I know there's a whole thing happening. Yeah, we talked about this in length already in the previous podcast. So listen
Oh,
to that.
yes, we have.
So, but yeah, there's definitely a lot. I mean, it's because when I see you and I see like that you're where you're building grits, I definitely for me it's I see it sounds stupid like a younger like fan biz like where we were like the where we were starting where we were doing different styles we're discovering our own self. So it's like I empathize the struggle or challenges you go through, but in my head I'm like in the end it's like it really builds up to something even though it
It
feels like a lot of nothing right
does.
now.
It does. It does.